Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Professional Arena League Weekly Scrim number 2. My name is Romos. I'm sitting in for Kai McMahon today, and I'll be hosting with my good friend M7. How you doing, M7?
Hey, doing pretty good.
Awesome. This week's fighting, we have a couple of great matches lined up for you. We have TRG and CIK lined up for our first match, and then we have Red Mist and Future Crew lined up for our second match. What do you think about these two, M7?
Well, these matches are going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see some new guys, new faces. I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the table.
Groovy. I think next we're going to take a look at the staff members bringing you today's broadcast. We have quite a nice team there. You want to go over them for me, M7?
Sure, I totally can. Well, we got Vengeance on production, of course. We got Romos and myself doing some casting for you guys. We got Macon, XP, Craft, and P149U3 helping us out, doing the official work, the dirty work.
Indeed we do. So once again, the first match we have going up right now is coming to you next. This is going to be TRG versus CIK, and we're going to do something a little different here. They're both TR outfits, so we had a coin flip behind the scenes, and TRG decided they want to stay as TR, relegate CIK to the NC, and the TRG team has chosen the Northern Sunders, if I remember correctly, M7.
Yes, I believe that's right.
Yep, that's what it looks like, just checking my notes. Now, the other team we have lined up, we have Red Mist. They are all the way from Europe, so give a shout out to those guys coming all this way, staying up really late to bring you some fantastic battles. And we have them up against the Behemoths, Future Crew, so we'll see how well they can do versus Future Crew. It's one of the first competitive matches that Red Mist has done. I was having a chat with them earlier today, and they're ready and raring to go, and this is certainly going to be a test for them. Now next, we're going to bring Macon in here. He's going to go over the whole rules for me, if that would be fine with him.
Yes, it would be.
Groovy, Macon. What are we looking at for rules here?
Well, these are standard PAL rules, so that means no ground or air vehicles at all, no shotguns, no underbarrels, no heavy guns, that means no jackhammers, miniguns, or lashers, no maxes, no motion darts or motion spotters, no spawn beacons, and no smoke grenades.
Does this include no fun, Macon?
Absolutely not. We have lots of fun around here.
Awesome. So we do have a fair amount of restrictions. This does keep it nice and fair and very competitive, which is something I definitely enjoy about PAL. Now, the base we're fighting at is the Octagon. If this is your first time joining us here, this is a very enclosed base with 2 points of entry for our teams. Is there any strategic advantage to either one, M7?
Well, I think that can definitely be argued. That's totally up for debate. Some people feel like the northern one is, better for attacking this base, simply because you kind of have a little bit of advantage, possibly getting to DNA. But personally, I think that they're both pretty even and as fair can get. You got advantages and disadvantages for having, or picking northern or southern spawn. So it's just kind of what you want to do, what your strategy is going to be, and how you're going to have to play that round, which really affects it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of neat strategies coming out there. Charlie being off on its lonesome in the middle of nowhere almost. Mm-hmm. Delta being so defensible that's it's like a fortress in there. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Most definitely.
Now, do we have both teams ready for match number 1?
Believe we do.
Excellent. So we'll wait for the official countdown there, and we can get this started. We'll see who's going to come out on top. "30 seconds to go." You can see up in the yellow chat there. Now, as soon as this starts, it's going to be interesting to see which base or which section of the base they go to first. I was talking with Red Mist earlier, I had a nice conversation with them, and they seem to prefer the Delta point first. So we'll see what these guys choose instead. I haven't had much of a chance to chat with them. Have you had a chance to chat with the teams, M7?
TRG, I've talked to them in the past a little bit, but CIK, no, I have not.
And they're off and running. Looks like TRG is heading out of their northern Sunderer. Actually, they split up into two separate teams, and they're kind of double teaming it. We have a couple people running for Alpha. They're already flipping the Delta point. What do we see out of CIK?
Well, at CIK, I think we're seeing them spreading from both. I see a lot of NC also coming out of C right now, doing a huge push towards B.
They're doing a very good line push right through the open. A lot of suppressing fire actually has pushed back TRG more towards the smaller section over by Delta. So we now have both points flipped, Alpha and Delta for TRG, Charlie and Bravo for CIK. CIK looks like it's made a nice push into Alpha and have taken that base over, that's point over right now. But they've sacrificed Charlie to do so with a nice flank going around. Looks like they're able to maybe get it back, but there's a lot of fighting going on in the catwalks. Surprisingly, nothing going on down below underneath. It's a more covered area. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, M7, but I haven't seen many people use the actual ground. Everybody seems to prefer the catwalks.
There's quite a few outfits that use the ground. I think, probably don't see them as much because, they're kind of under the ground. Especially with the cameras, it's harder to see them. But I think that's the why it's so nice. They can go, unseen and then pop up in random places inside buildings and, catch people by surprise, hopefully.
Certainly a lot of stiff fighting going around the Bravo point. It always seems to be the point of contention. It's very hard to defend. It's very open, easy to shoot inside from various points.
Most definitely. And one thing I do want to clear up with everybody that's watching, TRG currently is on NC, and we have CIK on the TR right now.
Oh, we have it backwards. Well, I was misinformed. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like they have a 4-cap going, absolutely demolished.
Speaking of which, TRG, yeah, way to go, guys.
We're very, very strong out of the gate, pushing it very quickly. 1:46 left on the cap. Very commanding. For not being their home faction, this is a huge dominance.
Very impressive. Yeah, they got 2 light assaults playing around D point. I'm seeing on the map right now, all their characters, all their dudes are just surrounding D point, getting a nice defense up. A few of them are going down. I'm not sure if they're getting revived, though. But they're definitely doing a good job surrounding it right now and locking it down.
Certainly. Those light assaults seem to be key. They're making a lot of quick plays, catching everybody off guard. That Z-axis certainly provides more observational platform. There is a nice move here, though. CIK is actually heading down below. They're going to make a push into Bravo from beneath, trying to get that back in their favor. They did manage to stave them off at Delta, and they're in Charlie as well. Looks like they went for this spread-up routine. Rather than facing the main force of TRG, they've decided to just cap points and get it back in their favor. Smart move.
And TRG right now, as we speak, is getting a little spread. Quite a few of their guys are getting taken out.
You're traveling by yourself.
Yep, they lost 3 points now. CIK taking those 3 points back from them.
Without teamwork, you are pretty well shut up. Being ambushed as well. I know a lot of people, the video that Realm put out there with that little bit of lag compensation. I see a bit of those tactics going out here, people popping in and out of doorways, taking their shots and backing off before the enemy can respond. Very smart play from CIK right there in Delta.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty great comeback from them as well. Look at that, they had all 4 points for a second. Let's see if TRG can push them back.
Quite impressed. They did get Charlie back. Now they're pushing into Bravo. Light assault's up on the roof again. We do have a heavy here, doing a great job at trying to pin them down coming across the catwalk. And they are on the ground now, starting to finagle their way through. Sneak over to Delta by the looks of it. Very much a split team.
Yeah, on NC, they've got 2 guys pushing into A, 3 guys pushing into B. Got a few guys spread in area in the center of the base. I think they're trying to get all their points back. So they can hopefully keep taking this victory.
I'm not seeing many in the way of actual large-scale pushes. It's a lot of little skirmishes all over the place, relying more on singular player skill than just weight of numbers.
On NC's side, it seems like they group up on C and then push out together, but then spread once they get close to B point.
It's a very smart move. CIK taking Alpha back, able to clear out the light assault in there fairly easily. There's not much in the way of resistance. It seems like TRG is going for an attack-heavy approach, and CIK is trying to counter with their own attack, so it's like they're running around in circles. Someone cue the Benny Hill music, please.
Well, right now, Delta just got taken by TRG. It looks like they're pushing out. Never stop it. They get a point, they keep on moving. Even though it's
Very
flipping right
mobile.
behind them. Yeah.
They do have the advantage, though, and that's what's important. If they can hold that out till the end, then that's all that matters. It's not about how many points you control on the whole, it's how many you control for the whole base.
It's definitely, yeah, they got a huge advantage right off the bat with that 4 cap. Man, they got so much time on the clock. As long as they can hold 2 points, they'll definitely win this match. That's a big if.
It's a very big if.
Because CIK is not going to make that easy.
Some heroics there. Almost was able to res his teammate between Alpha and Bravo on CIK's side, but he was cut down by a very well-placed light assault on top of Bravo.
Back rage, very nice. It's a good play from TRG right now over Bravo point.
Then a light assault again, doing some serious work. He's got a medic pin down. It seems like the vertical control that TRG has is making life very difficult. Once they get that initial push, they're able to just suppress them and force them to only be able to assault 2 points at once.
Yeah, light assaults are really great at doing that, aren't they? Getting on top of buildings and just locking places down, making it extremely difficult to cross land, cross some ground.
I'm not sure what's going on in Charlie Point. I'll take a quick look here. It's flipping. TRG does have it back now.
We got quite a few 8+ TRG guys sitting on C point right now.
CIK is making a good push towards Alpha, with a couple on the catwalks and a couple down below. They are, once again, that suppressive fire from on top of Bravo is just stalling them dead. They can't move very far at all. They can't seem to get their team together to actually push in a concerted manner. It's like TRG is playing firefighter, just putting out the hot spots.
Yeah, I mean TRG just right now, 3 light assaults against 1 CIK light assault, and you can guess which team won. TRG took them out. That's pretty unique strategy. I haven't seen that yet. 3 light assaults. I've seen 2, but not 3 yet.
No, the mobility is certainly paying off. They did lose the points, but they're so mobile that they're back in it very quickly.
Obviously,
flipping
yeah.
Delta and Charlie back very, very, very fast. I haven't seen any infiltrators yet, and I'm not sure whether it's because they're very good or they don't exist.
Either they're just cloaked the entire time, or they're not there yet.
Quite impressive. TRG making a push out of the southern Sunderer now into Charlie.
They're really doing a good job holding CP and A.
I'm
Looks
quite
like
pleased
they're
with
again.
that.
Yeah,
Couple of ambushes. Nice ambush set up by TRG. Boxes between Alpha and Delta. Heavy was able to take down quite a few before he went down, stopped the push on Alpha. But their sneaky light assault got in there. Good work for CIK.
yeah, able to get that point back.
They have
They gotta
Bravo,
do.
too. They're working hard. I don't know if they have enough time left to manage it, though. Bravo
Yeah.
is owned pretty well by the light assaults of TRG. They're up there and just shoving it to them without any care in the world, using the crevices on top as cover.
I think CIK learned though, because they got 3-4 medics inside B point just a second ago. They're learning how to get around these light assaults, I think, and I mean it's paying off. They're finally getting some time down on the clock. And here we go, C point. Let's see if they can get this and get the 4 cap back.
If they have the 4 cap, things will go very quickly. They cleared them out.
Oh yeah, they're getting it. They are getting it. It's gonna go bad for TRG really fast. They
They're
don't do
losing
something.
Delta, but they've made a great progress, almost back to even.
Getting close. CIK doing some good work.
I'm very impressed with their movement. Now, with the light assaults on top, I would assume a long-range weapon would be most useful for that. Now, I'm not familiar with NC weaponry. How about you, M7?
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it.
What would you suggest for doing that kind of a job, the suppression from on top of Bravo?
ACX-11, man. Guns baller. It is nice. It is very nice. Sitting on top of a roof with an ACX, man, you'll be able to pick off quite a few guys really, really fast. So I definitely have at least 1 or 2 guys up there with that.
There you go. A tip for you guys at home if you want to try something similar. If you're getting
It's
your
a
team set up.
very hard-hitting weapon.
We got 10 minutes left on the clock from our official. And it's just about even.
Oh
See,
man.
it's very close battle. I almost don't know where to be to catch all the action. I miss things. If I'm in Bravo, they're in Charlie. It's everywhere all at once.
Well, just 2 minutes ago, and it looks like CIK is like getting back again. Yeah, they're getting back A. They did a really smooth transition. They took A, they took B, they took C, then let TRG take A back or take D back, excuse me, and kind of flip the coin with them. You know, we'll hold down CBA, and we'll let you have D.
Good job of prediction.
Man, it's hurting for them.
I see them moving in groups more now, CIK that is, which I think it's going to match up the mobility. The light assault, while it is mobile, doesn't have quite the firepower you'll get out of a medic. Means that they'll have more options for great turret position actually inside of Bravo. CIK member holding off several members right now. They can't get in there to actually dislodge him. They have a rocket, and that finally did the trick, but it took 4 of them to get into Bravo Point versus 1 engineer. Very efficient.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy fighting on B. 1 lone medic with left against 5 DNC guys. That's great.
Yeah, TRG finally got the message. Splitting up wasn't working quite right, so they managed to claw back a few of the points by grouping up. But it looks a nice collapse onto Alpha. They pushed right through, running the line. Charlie, Bravo, Alpha.
Yeah, we got a big push from A to B right now from TRG. See if they can flip this back. They need it. They need it. Less than 10 minutes left. Yeah, with less than 10 minutes left, it's not enough to just have 2 points. They need to get that 3-point back.
No, CIK has flipped it back, and they're barely holding on. They do have Delta, but with Charlie now, they do have it deadlocked, and that's all they need to win.
A, B, C, D. Let's see what's going on at B. CIK grabbing it.
We have 1 guy in there, 1 heavy, taking Bravo. But he's going to have a hard fight going on. That shield paying off for TRG, managing to take that. The points are just flipping wildly, and I'm not sure who has what. All I know is Delta is locked down.
Well, they're fighting for it. They know it's anybody's game right now. They want to be that team that has those 3 points. So we'll see who's able to come on top here.
Looks like the best DACA is more DACA.
Yeah, it looks like CIK is going to do good for 1 second, and the next second, TRG's hitting them back, man.
Now, there are a lot of people on Bravo right now, but I'm not sure how good efficient use of resources that is.
Well, obviously fairly good, because they got A, B, and C now.
Using it as kind of a quick
job.
response force.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting it close still. They do have 3 points. Delta is the fortress, though, so if they can hold on to it, pushing out from it isn't that difficult.
We gotta see it, though. I mean, their clock's ticking. He's got to grab these points, man. They want to take this back.
We're back again for another round of flips. The fighting is over. It's taking place out in the hallways there. That little half wall between Alpha and Bravo playing a big part of TRG's strategy. They seem to be able to just pop out around it whenever they want right now.
As they're holding a point. Yep. Very nice on their part, moving up slowly. Trying not to rush things.
Exactly. They are trying to keep a hold of Delta, but a big force of CIK just pushed in. And it looks like the 1 guy is not going to be able to do the trick. He goes down, and Delta flips back in favor of CIK. They are still holding Bravo, the important 2 points. They lost Charlie in the process, but they don't seem overly concerned with it. Hearing a lot of gunfire from Delta. They seem to be contesting that one heavily. Trying to fight back and forth. Bravo now flipping, but Alpha is flipping as well. Should be a straight trade, leaving with CIK still in top. They managed to hold on to that 4 cap longer than expected, and that's put TRG well behind at this point.
Yeah, wow. So TRG off to a great start at the beginning of the match, but weren't able to hold it.
It looked like it was all over, but CIK adapted very quickly.
They really responded to their light assaults, didn't they? Yeah.
So now it's going the other way, but now they have enough time to keep holding on to it. Those engineer turrets coming into play again. CIK having one set up right between Alpha and Delta, trying to cover the path between Charlie and Bravo, taking the heat off.
Those engi turrets, they do work, don't they?
5 minutes remaining now. suppressing all the way to the Charlie roof, allowing his team to push in there. Look at them pushing in the balcony door.
Yeah, huge push from TRG on the C point now. They're not going to lose it.
Now, TRG has managed to fight them back. Only 2 members left from CIK trying to push in. But that overshield, too strong.
Oh, man. Rough time for TRG on C point right now, and not looking good. Not looking good in the 4-cap.
The 4-cap going
Oh.
quick. They didn't manage to scheme Bravo to slow it down. They only had a 4-cap for about 3 seconds. The light assault's coming into play there, saving their bacon. But I don't know if it's enough. It's very in favor of CIK right now.
Yeah, but with 5 minutes left on the clock, man. You can't let that happen. Gotta keep pushing.
We want to see Game of Thrones tomorrow, not a Game of Throws right now. That would be no fun.
That was a great push from TRG, and another huge push from TRG coming on to C point.
CIK is responding, though. Only with 3 members, though. Picking up the 4 that's aiding pavement over there. Accurate gunfire from CIK, but a flank from those light assaults has just cut it down. 3
oh, wow.
for 1.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Slam bam, thank you, ma'am. And Charlie Point is back for TRG.
Cleaned off C point, but unfortunately that good that, one time is not going to win you the match.
No, they are moving quickly into Bravo, meeting some more resistance. That NG turret in the corner, once again. He goes for the knife and is not successful. Very gutsy move. Here comes the rocket. In
And
the
finish.
mouth. Oof. I'm not sure about you, but I think that's worse than Taco Bell.
Probably.
Ooh-wee.
TRG, though, moving really good from B to A right now. They're still grabbing points. Even though they can't win this match, I mean, CIK's got over half cap. They're still not giving up, man.
No,
Not
right to
giving
the
them
bitter
anything.
end. They managed to group up, and they got the right idea. They just had the right idea a little bit too late. It's a good effort. Still rezzing people, still picking people up. Big fight going on inside of the Alpha point. CIK did not
man.
come out on top. They're trying to push back in, try and take every scrap of ground they can. I don't know who's playing the PAL 11 account right now, but that guy loves his turret. He's everywhere all at once. Great suppressive fire towards Alpha and Bravo, drawing a lot of
TR.
attention.
Yeah, the TR PAL 11 guy, man. He's doing work. Doing work from CIK, putting that turret down, harassing people.
It's such firepower. Without the use of maxes, you have to have another way to make it up.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes left. You think TRG can do it? What do you
If
think?
TRG can do it,
Estimate.
I think it will be the best comeback that I have ever seen.
Estimate. It's even right now, man. If they're gonna do it, they gotta be grabbing points.
They have to push. The
I
mobility
currently
could
see
play
them. They're
key.
pushing for D. They're pushing for D right now.
That's a smart move. There is only 1 member of CIK in Delta right now. Reinforcements are quite a ways off. If they can manage it, they'll be very close. Numerically,
I don't know.
this is worse than a biolab alert.
They
Oh,
know
the
what they gotta
stress.
do, but I feel like they're too timid about it. Some of their movement from TRG going for D point right now. 1 heavy was able to take out 3 of their guys. So who knows if that's because of the stress of, hey, we're on the clock, we want to win this, we gotta be perfect right now, or what. But that's really unfortunate. Really hurts the TRG guys.
I think it's pretty much over, except for the officials. But it's very good in favor of CIK. They've shut down the initial early pressure from TRG very well, adapting quickly, pushing concisely. I didn't see any hesitation. The engineer turret use was phenomenal. More than 1 kill per turret, easily good use of their resources.
From CIK, yeah, that was a really great plan. How many medics did you see on the TR CIK side?
All of them.
All of them?
There are none left. I think they've taken all of them. They just don't exist anywhere else. There's always somebody being rezzed. Very good use. The staying power of the medic and the suppression of the engineer being used. I've seen 2 heavy assaults the entire time, which is something unusual normally in non-competitive play. All I find is heavy assaults.
Solo the world, eh?
That's exactly how it works.
It won't always work here.
Very close to the end now. They have the 4-cap going for a couple of seconds. Match over. CIK
There it is.
walks over them in the last 5 minutes, put the pressure on, thumbscrews and came out on top.
Congrats to both teams.
Very well fought. It was a nail-biter right up to that 5-minute mark, and I don't know what CIK turned on man mode or something. They went completely nuts.
They adapted, man. They adapted to those light assaults. Those the TRG light assaults, excuse me, were kicking butt, man. They were destroying, weren't they?
It was a very good use of the light assault. The extra mobility did allow them to get points, but they couldn't come up against the staying power of those extra medics. Medics
Yeah.
and the training the engineer was able to put forward was just fantastic. What do you think was the most important tool that CIK used? With TRG is obviously the light assaults. That was their key. But what do you think CIK did?
Yeah, TRG, they came out with their light assaults right off the bat. That was really good. That was really powerful of them. One thing that CIK did, though, they didn't give up right at the beginning. You know, they were getting stomped, but they were like, nah, we're not going to let this happen. They adjusted their play. They came with medics. They got quite a few medics on B point, quite a few medics on their points, and, you know, heavy assaults and edgies. And, man, they were able to hold off, you know? Once you're inside a building, what's the light assault going to do? Try to come fight off a medic? Okay, good luck. We'll see how good your gunplay is, but if you're fighting 2 medics and you're 1 light assault, you're in
I'll
trouble.
take a rifle over carbine any day. Very well done. While we set up for our match 2, we'll put you back on standby there. Next match coming up, once again, is Future Crew versus Red Mist. So that's VS, my apologies, with Future Crew, and Red Mist being TR. We'll see you after the break.